Hello there, people. We last left our adventurers as they infiltrated much of the Cragmaw Castle. While maybe not being terribly diplomatic, they were doing a relatively effective job of convincing the inhabitants that Beck was the new king. York found a die-hard fan, and one goblin was emotionally devastated during some vacation time negotiations. As they continued through the castle, they came across a sanctuary, only to find some religious goblins shouting, "Kill the non-believers!" Do you think they mean our crew? Let's find out. What's up, you beautiful people? I'm your adorable DM, Lynn Andrews, and welcome to another episode of Awful Good. And playing with us is Mary.
Hey, I'm Mary, and I'm a mother effing bear. No. I am playing a half-elf druid, currently in bear form. Roar.
Heck yeah! After that is Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I'm playing Beck Skullcrush, a half-elf. Oh, no. I'm not a half-elf. Never have been. Half-orc. A fighter and barbarian.
After that, we have Jackson.
I'm Jackson. I'm playing Curtis, a full human fighter, former slave, former gladiator.
Excellent. And last but not least, we have Rob.
And I'm playing York, the York, a half-elf bard.
Excellent. Unfortunately, Dave could not make it. Dave plays the Tiefling Ranger Jull. Jull blinked out of existence in the last session. We don't know what's going on with him. So, back, all you know is you see three filthy goblins in filthy rags going, blah, 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 blah.
What was that? Nick, I want to write that down. Can I... One more time?
Blah, 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 blah.
Excellent, yeah.
That'll be on our next t-shirt, baseball tee form.
It's our new slogan. Blah, 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 blah.
No, it's blah, 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 blah.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Man,
You missed the blah, blah at the end.
I
That's
missed it,
very
yeah.
important for syntactic reasons.
Okay.
Listen to Curtis, who actually knows Goblin. What you fools doing?
I am drawing my sword and shield and lunging to strike at one of the advancing goblins.
Go for it.
So of the three goblins in front of you, one of them happens to have a sash around them that is of like crimson red, but the other two are in these filthy robes, and so is the one with the crimson sash. Okay. Curtis, and who else was at the front of the pack here?
I was.
Everyone go ahead and roll initiative, since you guys are just attacking these guys.
Roll a 14.
8.
12.
Holding 18.
Lore Bear rolled a 14.
I did.
Roar, 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 roar.
Bear is just like Goblin, only deeper.
Curtis, go ahead and make your attack.
Okay.
In front of you, closest to you is the goblin with the crimson sash across his dirty robes. And there are two other goblins, also in dirty robes, that are brandishing weapons.
Alright, let's make those robes match the sash. 24?
Jesus.
Nice one-liner.
24 hits, roll damage.
10.
So you go, and what were you attacking them with?
My sword.
Okay.
Slash
so
across the chest.
You slash across the chest, and the crimson sash becomes even more crimson. Actually, I don't know the color of goblin blood, but let's say crimson for the heck of it.
It's canon now, the GM has spoken.
Everybody
Hey,
write that down for our future wiki.
I can change it to whatever I want, and it will show up in our wiki of like, and later on in episode 3.5678, the DM decided to change Goblin Blend to fluorescent purple for undisclosed reasons. Anyway, so you go and slash across, the goblin with the crimson sash, and, the sash becomes even more crimson, but the goblin is just barely standing up.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action surge,
Okay.
and move from that goblin to cut one of the other two.
Okay. Go ahead and roll attack.
All right. 15,
Just barely hits. Roll damage.
8.
So, you guys see Curtis come and slash the one with the crimson sash, and that goblin is still standing, and then Curtis just spins around and just cuts off the head of the other one standing next to him.
I don't spin. It's not tactically sound to turn your back to your enemy.
But it looks so cool.
I'm a pragmatist.
Dang.
I didn't
I tried
survive
to
in the
give
arena by
you-
being flashy.
I tried to make this sound cool for our audio audience, but whatever. What do I know? I'm just the DM. So yeah, whatever. You kill that goblin. There, it's dead. You did nothing special. You just went, eh. Gee willikers, you guys.
Oh,
Anyway, the
what's the
goblin is-
language?
Anyway, Beck, you're up.
I'm just gonna attack one.
Okay. Which one are you attacking? The one that Curtis first attacked, or the one that has not been attacked?
The sashless goblin.
Okay, so the one that hasn't been attacked. Roll attack.
Oh,
Uh,
I got a
Beck,
7.
drunk on power, you miscalculate your slash and you miss the goblin.
You're lucky.
Next up is York.
I would like to do a really flashy backflip and stab the remaining one in the eye with a dagger.
Okay. Since
So I
York,
roll acrobatics.
Yep. Since Rob gets what I'm going at, York just does a sweet backflip out of nothing. What did you tell the class what you rolled?
I rolled a 9 for acrobatics.
So
You already said the backflip was sweet. That's canon now.
nope. So what you think looks like it's gonna be this sweet backflip, like he goes and runs up against the wall and tries to flip and lands on his back.
Oh, it really
You
was a
see
backflip.
York-
Ouch.
You see York, and that's your move.
all right, Laura Bear, you're up.
And
Back-
that's why I don't fight flashy.
And Laura, it's now your turn.
Okay, so I want to do my multi-attack. So I get 2 attacks, one with bite and one with claws.
Okay, go
Nice.
for it. Who are you attacking? The sash goblin or the non-sash goblin?
The non-sash.
Okay, roll attack.
12 plus strength is plus 4. So 16.
Okay, so 16. That
Yeah.
just barely hits. Roll damage. Do 6 points of damage. And claw across the one that hasn't been attacked yet. And it moves as you claw across it, but it's just barely standing, cries out in pain. Then now do a claw attack, which just click your claw.
22.
That hits.
Nice.
Roll attack, which is 2d6 plus 4.
4. Roll.
Yeah, that
Nice.
goblin's
10.
dead.
Nice.
And I
That
kind of stand
goblin-
over him and I kind of do one of these like, what? But it just sounds like a roar.
Yeah,
But it sounds
that,
like really cool.
that goblin is dead. So you guys see, like, you guys do your attacks, whatever, and then Lord Bear just steps in and goes, and bites the goblin, then comes with a swipe and swipes, and the goblin, like, slams to the ground and it's not moving. And the Lord Bear puts her paws on the ground and goes, and like sets herself up, you know, honest and proud. She's got blood all over her. It's glorious and amazing and awesome.
From the ground, York is like, I softened him up for you.
Yeah, York is still on the ground going, Beck, you're up next.
So I gather Curtis next to me and I stand over this goblin. I imagine that I'm taller than him.
Yes, you are.
And I say and I say, listen, you can die or you can bow to your new king. Curtis, will you translate that for me?
I translate in, an equally intimidating tone of voice. I indicate that he has 2 choices. join us or die.
The goblin looks up to you, clutches his sash, and goes, I know where I go when I die. Bring it.
Okay. In that case, we won't actually kill you.
You don't know this. Curtis, do you translate?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I translate. As I'm translating, I'm taking a look around the temple. Do I have any indications of what sort of shrine or altar this is? What sort of religious or spiritual practice they're doing here?
That's a good call.
Make a religious check.
Make a what check?
Religion check.
Okay.
I said religious, but I meant religion.
I will check religiously. Let's see. I got a 13.
You're not entirely sure what this is, but it's not unfamiliar. You know that it's something that's been common among goblins that you've seen when you have fought in the arena, but you never were able to find out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do a religion check too, or no?
Yeah, whoever wants to can check out.
Sure, we're just in the middle of the battle.
Pretend like I didn't ask.
You smell something.
I'm in bear mode. I'm not fully tapping into my druid self, so.
Lore Bear, that goblin you demolished smells delicious, and you want some of that. You may or may not start chewing on a little bit of it, depending.
All right. Well, I guess since we're still in the middle of combat, I actually just I would like to hit this goblin with the head of King Groll to knock him out. So
Roll
is that
a d6.
Just a d6? Just
Yep.
Get that hit.
D6 plus your strength modifier.
So 5.
You knocked that goblin out.
Excellent. I would like to tie him up. Excellent.
Okay. As Beck is getting the rope, I'm gonna shove the goblin with my foot. Yeah, you know where you're going. You and your gods can go to hell.
Oh snap!
But not Tonada, right? I mean, Tonada is the bomb biggity.
As far as I can tell, these goblins don't worship Tonada.
Not yet.
These goblins most definitely do not worship Tonada. And Curtis, you do know who Tonada is. Tonada is probably one of the most recognized religions in Galbard.
I got a pretty sweet tattoo all over my body.
She is the benevolent shark goddess of culinary delights and violence, and that is something, violence at the very least, you are very familiar with, Curtis.
Yeah, Beck, something I've never been clear on.
Sure.
Is Tonada an orc goddess or a human goddess?
No, she's an everybody goddess. You can be of anything. She was never race specific. She's just one who stands for fending for yourself.
You've got to be someone's god. I mean, I gesture at the shrine around us. I mean, these are pretty obviously goblin gods that these goblins are worshipping. So, I mean, which is she?
Anybody can come to Tonada, man. She's listen, it's the best. I still feel the pull of Grumsh every now and then. That's the whole orc thing, but really as soon as I found out that there was a goddess who was a giant shark, all about helping yourself and doing what you can to survive, man, whole world of difference.
I shrug. Sounds like an orc goddess to me.
I think she came to humans first.
You hear Martha clear her throat, and she pulls out, Beck, you would have known this from when you guys first met Martha in the tavern. She pulls out her sign of Tonada, and she goes, Tonada is a beacon of light for all. She helped those who couldn't help themselves. She helped those during their darkest hour when they were constantly under the threat of attack and starvation. And the only thing that those who are followers of Tonada can do is to strive to do the better of mankind and all kind. She is not just a light or a beacon for orcs, for humans, for half-elves, for any who are willing to follow her.
The sound of my chewing on this goblin like starts to.
Yeah, so it's like Martha's trying to give this like really like heartfelt like speech about how cool Tonada is, you hear a crunch and the snap of bones and marrow being sucked. It's like Laura Bear just goes to town on this like goblin corpse.
And I like notice that everyone's looking at me and I'm like, oh my bad. No, wipe.
Hakuna Tonada.
Hakuna Tonada.
Hakuna Tonada. Oh man, that's a thing now. Okay.
Yeah. That's my next t-shirt, baseball tee. Hakuna Tonada.
I love that. Yeah, so man, I don't mean to cut you off or anything, but I think we should kind of look around this room first. But if you have any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer. Friggin' Tonada's the jam. I mean, check out this tattoo, and I like kind of show my side that in like all the way around to my back that the shark is like all the way down. I'm just like, I was like, I'm pretty into it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, you got any tracts?
Are we talking about like tracks?
Tracts. You got any pamphlets? Any promotional literature that I could read?
I don't have any pockets on this outfit that I'm currently wearing, but back at the inn, I might actually have something. I mean, it's the whole reason I'm making sandwiches, man.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
We can get back to the inn. You can give me some pamphlets, and I can throw them in the garbage.
Curtis, you feel a hand on your shoulder.
I turn. It's Martha, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Martha. And she goes, just because you don't believe in what others believe doesn't mean you need to be antagonistic or patronizing. You may have your own beliefs, and I fully support that, boy. But we are here as a team, and if you're going to start this, then you and I probably need to see each other outside. In the meantime,
okay.
Whatever
Sorry.
you believe, I will support, and I expect the same level of respect.
Okay, I was an asshole. I'm sorry.
She nods and backs off. Remember what I told you at the inn. In particular, that means double for people who actually show you kindness.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm sorry. Let's check out the room, see what we can see here.
Okay. So as you guys are checking out, the things that were on the altar, the chalice, knife, and censer, they appear to be human-made, and they're worth quite a bit of money, and you should pocket them.
Okay.
Whatever.
Unless the knife has some sweet properties to it. Can we tell?
It is not usable, it's decorative, and it's worth a lot of money, and you should probably sell it off.
Fine.
Well, I don't know. You might want to sacrifice some sandwiches to Tonada with it.
Man! Curtis is just being a...
You joke, but that might be exactly what's needed. You never know. Who knows, man? There's no sandwiches in this castle. Yet.
Okay.
I'm going to learn how to make burgers and become the Burger King.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Anyway, moving on. So there's like, there's kind of some curtains that are secluding. You got about 2 entryway, it seems, into like something south of you guys. Again, you're still in this like crappy old castle. Walls are falling apart. Even as you guys walk around, like occasionally like a wall will start to kind of like crumble a few pebbles and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do you think? Oh, hey, this might be a cool, like, headquarters for, our crew of whatever we're starting to have, upstart adventurers, but, no, this castle is crappy and falling apart, and you shouldn't probably stay in here any longer than you need to, unless you want to hire a contractor, or whatever you want to do, but if you want to die in rubble and filth, then, yeah, sure, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, I feel like you're trying to crush my dreams here, but as my wife will tell you, all I see is potential.
Well, I think we've still got part of this castle to explore yet.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's go through this partitions.
Curtains.
Curtains.
So you guys come through even more of the crappy castle.
I really feel like you're trying to drive home something that I am just not picking up.
Could it be?
This high, narrow hall looks as if it might have been part of a chapel or a shrine at one time. Angelic figures are sculpted along the room's upper reaches, but they look really crappy now and not so angelic. They're looking down on the floor below. To the north where you guys are at, you guys have passed through some curtains and archways, and between the archways is a cracked but ornately carved stone brazier. Everyone make a perception check.
I got a 15.
19.
7.
I don't hear anyone coming.
York is the only one to notice. York, you hear a noise, just the corner, and you look up and you see an awful looking snake thing, and the thought through your head is, ah, crap.
Oh my.
Everyone roll initiative!
22!
Oh,
And that's a nat 20 too.
That is nice.
Yep.
I got a 9.
I got a
19.
14.
Curtis, you get to have the drop on this, snake-like creature.
Okay, I'm gonna leap into the air, meet it, and attempt to slash it.
Okay, roll attack.
I got an 8.
You miss it before it attacks York. York!
Oh no.
It rolls, 15 against your AC.
That hits.
It's gonna make a tentacle attack against you. That is 7 points of slashing damage
Owie.
against you. Back to the top of the order is Curtis.
Okay, as I'm coming down from my leap, I'm going to attempt a, has the snake hit the ground yet?
Oh yeah, it's on top of York, doing its tentacle thing.
Gross.
Okay, I am coming down and attempting to slash through it once again. 19.
That hits, roll damage.
Okay, 7.
It cries out in pain. Okay, next up is York. York, you have this weird snake-like tentacle thing on top of you.
So York narrows his eyes and sings out very harmoniously, "Sleep!" and burns a level 2 spell slot to cast Sleep.
Sleep doesn't have a save. He rolls 5d8, and if the snake has fewer hit points than his roll, it falls asleep.
Well, there we go. Roll 5d8.
Except I'm actually going to roll 78 because I'm rolling it with a level 2 spell slot. 37.
Jeepers.
So, York, you cry out and give this thing, and all of a sudden it slumps against you, and you are now pinned on the floor with this sleeping snake creature on top of you. And Martha, you hear Martha laughing like, just like that Simon Highover, eh?
You promised you wouldn't talk about that.
Highover?
It's not a real place. Don't think about it.
I'm gonna start trying to pull the snake off of York.
Make
And
a
I
strength
help.
check
Okay.
with advantage.
All right. 19.
You pull it off.
Thank you.
Okay. I hack its head off.
It's probably
Okay,
best.
make an attack with advantage.
Okay. Here we go. Got a 22.
That is automatic. Go ahead.
Okay. 10.
That's actually
Damage.
20 because it's a crit. You slice the head off.
Well done. Thank you.
Okay. I wipe my sword off on my armband and sheath it. No more snake blood on there.
How cool is the snake head?
It's something you haven't seen before. Like, why not?
Look at that stuff to mount it, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna... this is gonna seem a little weird, but this is a new creature to me, so I'm gonna pocket the head. If everybody's okay with that, I'm gonna try and shove it in my bag.
Hold on, you don't have pockets for tracks, but you can pocket a snake head?
Well, I don't keep tracks with me because I'm not that kind of guy.
Anyone who wants to make a nature check.
13?
17.
Curtis, you actually would have actually battled against one of these in the arena. It was like this one time in this one land. You're not even sure where you were. and all you could hear was the chanting of the crowd saying "Grick, Grick, 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 Grick."
Grick?
Yep.
Grick.
It's this weird like snake-like creature that has a beak and then like 4 tentacles that come out of where the beak is, and it gave you a hell of a time, but you made it through and you ended up defeating it and made whoever your owner was at the time very happy.
Okay. I look at the head. Not the first time I've fought one of these. It's a lot easier with other people alongside you, I gotta say.
Everyone make an investigation check.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Cool. Oh.
that gets past the king.
I rolled a 20, so I got a 19. Nice.
It's 20.
Nice. Good,
So,
good work, Shoes.
Back in Laura, as you guys are looking around, you guys notice in the stone brazier there in the mound of coal that there's a gold statue of a sun elf wrapped in crimson cloth.
Sweet. Let's grab that. That's
You
probably
take it
expensive.
that probably a goblin hid the figurine there, hoping it wouldn't get stolen.
Well, guess what? I'm gonna pick that junk up because Laura has bare hands.
So you guys are now in even a bigger hall. You guys see a door to your left and a door to your right.
Well, it seems like there's one door left. Guys, let's go through it real quick. I think I have a sneaking.
There's 2 doors left.
I have a sneaking suspicion that but we can see through that broken wall. That goes back to where we were.
Oh, okay. So there literally is one door left, and the other door is right.
Ha! So yeah.
Direction puns.
So you guys are going through the door to your right.
Yes. If we were facing
Who is
south.
going through that? Who is going through that door?
The west door.
I feel like it's just going back out to the hallway, so I'm just going to open it very nonchalantly.
Okay.
I'll walk right behind.
I need you to make a dexterity check.
Okay. I got an 18.
So you start to go through this door, and you notice just in time that, oh snap, this is trapped.
Oh.
And you
Okay,
miss the
darn.
trap.
Time to gather everybody.
Okay, so you guys have pretty much explored this dungeon or castle, whatever the heck it is.
It's totally a castle. It's a very nice castle. Listen, I think we should gather everyone. Probably in the chapel seems like the nicest place, or the banquet hall. Everybody seems kind of creeped out. Let's gather them in the banquet hall since there's actually chairs there.
So okay, so you all gather in the banquet hall. So you've gone around and kind of collected everyone, correct?
Yeah.
You actually notice that the goblins have cleaned up the mess here. While they may not have very fresh ingredients, they have at least tried to make an effort to make things clean. You also do not see the body of the former chef of Cragmaw Castle anywhere to be found. You also see like a lovely bubbling stew, which you have no idea to know whether what's in that stew.
I don't intend to try it yet.
I turn back into my regular form.
So, as you guys are starting to gather, you guys have spread out. You had Curtis go around and try to gather everyone. You told them that you need to gather in the kind of like the mess hall, the banquet room. Joel, the last thing you knew, you were about to go with them as they, left the banquet hall. And the next thing you know, you're back in the banquet hall. But the rest of the group looks
Wow, this is like deja vu all over
different.
again.
And it looks like they've done a bunch of stuff, but you're not even sure what happened. The last thing you knew is you felt a little weird, and you're like, really? And then you were gone, and then you
Blackouts
don't
again.
know. You don't know what's happened. You don't even know that you were gone, but the rest of the group, all of a sudden you guys are meeting in the banquet hall, and all of a sudden Joel just, like, reappears.
Joel!
Hi guys.
Oh, hey, he phased back in.
My friend!
It's so weird.
Joel, you don't know you were gone. You're just in the same place you were.
Man, buddy,
Wow.
you winked out of existence for a little while there. Glad to see that you're back, though.
I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. No.
We looked,
it's
we
good,
looked
good.
for you for a whole, 3-6 seconds tops. And then everybody else didn't seem like they cared at all, and we moved on.
6 seconds. You guys really do care.
Yeah, a whole round. A whole round of caring.
Are you okay? What happened to you?
Well, sometimes my horns cause me to catch time-space bubbles in random pockets, and I probably just popped one of those, and things got weird. But hey, we're good now.
All right. Well, welcome back. We're about to have a meeting with the new crew of the Cragmaw Castle. If you you wanna tune in, we'll you'll get a pretty good overview.
All right.
All right. Well, Curtis, I feel like you should probably be the translator, but as the king, I should probably give a message. It seems weird, but
Wait, Beck's still a king? Dang it.
I squashed the hopes and dreams of some goblin. So you see a goblin that's just weeping openly in the background of all this.
Oh, that's hilarious.
we might have killed his
Oh,
beloved.
Joel, I've missed you.
But we did give her a choice, and she chose poorly.
As I was making the rounds, not all of the goblins seemed especially predisposed to, be entirely agreeable toward me. I think I should defer the translation duties to York.
Okay.
Honestly.
And I can do them in song.
Excellent.
Oh, Lord.
That's even better.
Lem and Martha are just posted up against the wall, just watching this all happen.
All right. So Beck gets in front, gets up as close to the front of this room as he can, and just says, "Well, today has been eventful. This is all that's left of you. Congratulations on being a part of the new and the future Cragmaw Castle." And I wait for Rob to translate.
It takes a little bit longer because of the guitar solo in the middle of it, but
Perfect.
Hey, Beck, I got a crazy idea.
Uh-huh.
What if you turn this castle into your first restaurant and make a whole chain of castles that serve weird little burgers?
We're already on there. You're on the right track.
Excellent. I just want to make sure we're all thinking together. That's a whopper of an idea.
Excellent.
DM facepalm so hard.
So, readdressing the audience. So, if any of you have any lasting problems with my kingship, speak now and die. Yeah, speak now and die. Anybody?
It's a tyranny!
Roll Beck and York. Roll persuasion.
Persuasion?
I got 18.
I got a 7.
Can I help persuade?
Nope. You hear one hobgoblin kind of step and go, "Well, this is BS."
Curtis!
Off with his head!
Okay, I step in the direction of the goblin, and I say, you don't have to censor yourselves for us.
Well, I think this is bullshit, and I feel like this should be more of a democracy instead of who can kill who.
Isn't a bullshit bigger than you, though?
I'm not gonna listen to some half-breed give me, directions of things.
The
Curtis,
goblin's a racist. Kill him.
Curtis, let's wrap this up.
I put my hand on my sword, and I gesture to the door. If you don't like it, get walking.
The hobgoblin goes, "Fair enough," and walks off.
Suspense is terrible.
Okay, as he's walking toward the door, I say, and you understand, if we see you in this castle once more, your life is forfeit.
The hobgoblin flips you off.
I'll respond
I-
in kind.
I address the crowd. The first person to kill him gets 5 gold.
What a generous king.
The mess of goblins from
He's the Messiah.
the original kitchen staff roll up and hop on the hobgoblin and kill him.
Excellent. There were 5 of them, right? You each
Yep.
get 1 gold. Congratulations. All right.
No.
Like I said, does anyone else have any... I appreciate you, Curtis. Does anyone else have any questions? Listen. I don't mean to be cruel. The problem is that we have more to do. So I will not be able to be here as a reigning king in full. So the problem is that I'm going to need loyalty. So the people that show loyalty will be paid as such.
We're all mercenaries now. Yay!
You hear a whimpering from the background going, do we get vacation time?
Yes, Patrick! Vacation time will be divvied out according to the longevity of your service. Tell you what, just to lay out the groundwork, after the first 90 days of your time with King Beck in Cragmaw Castle, you will all receive 1 week vacation. And after 5 years of service, you'll get 2.
No 401ks, though. We don't have the budget for that.
No, we do not have the budget for that.
You hear Patrick sobbing go, I was so close to having a vacation and now I have to wait longer without my love.
You really were close, Patrick. You should have warned your wife or significant other that I was literally said, I'm going to kill you unless you take this sweet vacation package. And she said no. So let's just move past 90. You have 90 days.
She was a strong woman. I loved her for that.
Patrick, if you don't shut up, we will kill you.
Is it gonna cry the whole time?
It might be the best for my life, but I don't know. I want to please King Beck.
It might be the best for my life.
Yes, we're going to need... Here's the plan. I would like to do significant improvements on Cragmaw Castle because this is no place to run a restaurant.
You hear a hobgoblin go, that's damn straight.
So, how many of you know or are a contractor?
Silence and crickets.
Okay, anyone want to take a stab at fixing up the walls and protecting it from bad guys?
Ooh, I can build houses out of cards.
You see a few of the goblins from the original kitchen crew grab their daggers and stab at the walls.
You guys got the right idea. Listen,
Pointed response.
let's just talk about the fact that, like, we were all able to pretty much walk right in here, kill your king, and move on throughout the entire castle relatively unopposed. I don't think you guys are made for battle. So I would like to offer you a business proposition of joining our entertainment and food enterprise that York and I have developed.
I'm glad to see we're adopting like high-level corporate practices already.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's
No, this
important to be ruthless in a business world.
You have to have them in there at the beginning.
York, would you like to say anything about our entertainment and food enterprise?
It's absolutely the best. We have just the best people. No one has ever done anything better than this business deal. It's truly revolutionary.
Try the paninis.
It's very, very, very special deal with some very good people.
And you out there, York, you know what we're talking about. York, you'll stand up for this guy, right?
Who, me?
Yeah, you know York.
You see York the goblin clutching his crossbow. That's York, everyone! For who those don't know, he like completely loses composure. He's like, that's York! And he holds up his crossbow. Roll deception check with advantage.
I'm going to ask something, and it's going to sound very strange to you, I'm sure. But why am I rolling deception?
Because you don't exactly have an enterprise at this point. You guys are essentially...
Wink, wink.
Well, we may not have filed the paperwork.
Did you say deception with advantage?
I did indeed.
I got a 17.
Yeah, so York the goblin's like, yeah, this guy's the best, and he's pointing at York the bard. He's like, yeah, my parents named me after him. He's the best, and he did that one thing for the goblins that one time, and I'm named after him, and just like keeps blabbing off of him.
I am very wonderful. It is true.
I need someone to handle the castle in my stead while we go to do another adventure.
Sounds
Real
provided.
fast. We will circle back.
So you're looking for a steward.
Yeah, a steward. Who would like to be promoted to the role of steward?
There is York the Goblin, who's like, oh, me, please, oh, I'd be the best steward, please, pick me, oh, pick me. He's like, hovering up on, god dang it.
Does
hovering
anyone...
on top of this table, oh, pick me, king back, pick me, I'd be the best, the very best, the only best that you can succeed.
Okay, York, shut up for a second.
Hey.
Does anyone oppose...
York, do you
York is
translate any
translating.
of this, like, back saying shut up? To your fanboy goblin?
I'd probably just put it more diplomatically, as I did do tell him to shut up.
He goes,
The king requires silence.
No, don't feel bad. Just
he's now got his head down, like, oh.
York is in the running. Everyone, does anyone have any problem with York becoming the steward of the current administration?
York for Stewart, 1478 AC.
You, there's a good...
After
there's a
Tonada, AT.
AT, all right. After
I
the
was gonna
sandwich.
say, that's a really high armor class. No one's hitting that guy.
There's a good,
Can't
like...
touch this.
Dun, 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 dun. There's a good, like, minute pause, and then, Cork raises his hand and goes, maybe...
Maybe's not good enough.
No, wait. Yes, Cork. Cork, do you have a reason why this man should not be married to his new job?
Rob / York, are you interpreting all this?
Yes, totally.
Okay. Cork is like, I don't exactly trust you, but you didn't kill us right off the bat, especially when slightly questioned your authority, so maybe you're worth checking out a little bit. And let's be honest, York is a little bit of a fanboy here, fan goblin, whatever you want to say.
My liege, I think that Cork sounds like a great candidate for assistant to the regional manager.
Maybe York and myself can work in your steed, maybe. Not exactly looking forward / enthusiastic to getting the, let's say, responsibilities of running such a thing, but at the same time, maybe the two of us could balance each other out, which is the reason why we were put together anyway for your, well, not your, but King Grohl's long range kind of things. So, yeah.
He says he wants to be the assistant to the regional manager.
Okay.
Definitely York should be in charge, and Cork should be sort of an assistant kind of a position.
Got it. You got it, you guys. All right. Everybody give York and Cork a round of applause. They are your new stewards of Cragmaw Castle. Listen, here's the thing. If I come back and I find that either of them are dead, you all will be wiped off the face of the planet without none of this talking. None of this democracy that we've created here.
I lean down to one of the goblins and go, King Beck's a great motivational speaker, isn't he?
Do you speak Goblin, Jal?
No.
Okay.
I'm making no assumptions that they understand me
That's
whatsoever.
in character.
Rob or York, are any of you translating this?
Sure.
Beck, roll with persuasion plus advantage.
Okay, so I got a 15 persuasion.
Beck, it's kind of a lukewarm reception. You're not entirely sure if you made, headway here, but, maybe something.
York, what would be really great right now, because I don't think they're really digging the whole kingship.
Right.
Is there anything that you've got in your playbook that could really rouse, like bring up the spirits? I mean, this is exciting, man. They're not going to be murderers anymore.
Yeah, I could put up a little concert.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
For sure. We'll play some of my greatest hits, some of the ones that really make it around in goblin circles.
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
God.
some songs about some stuff I did.
Beck's benefit concert.
I was gonna say, is this gonna be including songs that are involving your shenanigans involving the goblins?
Entirely. That's all they're about.
So you guys, I've been very nice and let you roll with with advantage. So York, go ahead and roll performance with advantage, because some goblins might know who you are.
Awesome.
Nice.
I rolled a 25.
Everyone is feeling the vibe that you are giving, York, and maybe a little bit more than you are comfortable with.
Such as fame.
Jal is starting to think he's a goblin that should stay with the castle too.
Joel, you come up to York, who's like, "Oh my gosh, can I get your autograph? You are the best."
So good. Oh my gosh.
Do you have a pen? If you don't have a pen, then
I don't have a pen, but we got plenty of goblin blood around.
bring me a stylus.
And like once the show is
Finger
over
bone?
and they're all like clapping and cheering, I grab I grab Curtis, not York, because York's still going. I grab Curtis and we drag York the goblin away from the crowd, and Cork. We're just like, listen, we're gonna sneak off during the performance. Right after York's done, we're just gonna back out of the castle. But listen, what I really need is that you guys will fix up the castle. Just try and get it to working order, that it might be clean. Maybe the walls don't fall apart. Feel free to come into town. You just listen. Say the name Beck Skullcrush, or York, and you will get right in. There's already a. Oh shoot! I should have pulled over Lem. Oh, I'll call Lem. Lem, come here. And just say, listen, ask for Lem. She's got some goblin friends that we already have working in Wollington, and we might be able to find some contractors to come out here and fix up this castle. And on our adventures, I will definitely be sending gold your way to be able to, fix up this place, because I really think we can get it to tip-top shape. Despite what
I translate all that.
You're just like, "Oh yes, sir, right away, sir." Like, I mean, like, if you're with the York, like, yeah, I'll do whatever you want.
We are best
And
friends.
he looks at you with dead eyes and goes, "Whatever you want," and then walks off. And Cork the Goblin goes, "You realize that this structure is structurally unsound and has been unsound for probably maybe 50 to 100 years. It's going to take a lot of gold to make this something. We might be able to make it, take the gold or whatever stone is existing and make it its own structure, but I don't think we can save this castle, sir."
Cork, I'll tell you what. You sound like a smart goblin. Save the banquet hall if you can, because this is fantastic. This is a fantastic area. I think York would really love playing here in the future. And
York
if you
will go with whoever, to be honest. So, you might not
no,
want to go based on
York,
him.
York the Bard. I'm sorry, you work with an E. I think the best thing that we could do is listen. The future of Cragmaw Castle is in the food and entertainment world. So, if you see fit that some of this castle can come down to bolster other parts of it or a different structure, just send a messenger to me, and we'll see what we can do, man. I think we've got something here. You're a smart goblin.
Pinches the bridge of his nose, breathes in deeply, and goes, We'll make what we can work. We are in the middle of the forest, so we'll need to make trails. We'll do what we can. As long as you don't kill us, I think we can be good. I might have to kill York if he gets too enthusiastic. But whatever for King Beck.
Listen,
Woo.
don't kill York. I hear what you're saying. There is always room for marketers, though. There's no reason to kill them. They get a little excited and overpromise on things regularly. That's just their nature.
Like
Don't
yourself?
don't kill the sales team. Listen. Listen. I'm still half orc, and I have the full capability to crush you like a stump. So don't mess up. But listen, we've got a bright future here. We've got a bright future. I think we're gonna do something good here. And if we get this restaurant entertainment center open, I'm thinking like a Dave and Buster's vibe, but minus the arcades because those don't exist, and minus the Dave and Buster's because those don't exist. But anyways, we'll get there. And listen,
Are you talking Dave and Bustiers? Because I think I've been to a Dave and Bustiers.
I've definitely been to one of those.
No. Well, maybe. Frankly, I don't know. I don't think I've been there, but Dave and Bustiers. You know what? It might be just like that, but we'll get there later. But I think the deal is, though, that if we can get people coming here for stupid reasons and spending stupid amounts of money, that's gold for all of us.
Yeah.
So,
Without having to murder anyone.
what you're saying is that you would like to turn this, into money-making endeavor versus raiding and whatever we could do with it.
You got it.
Sure.
Recurring income is the name of the game.
And so,
Cork, lay off the wine, and I'll see you in a little while.
don't forget that you guys have Varric and Gundren up in that Cragmaw Castle.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I forgot all about them.
Throne crap.
Jal has one goblin off to the side, and he's trying to teach it cat's cradle, and is getting very frustrated.
So the goblin's like, so you mean you want me to move this, and it just like keeps making a tangled mess? Beck.
No, it's more like this and then this.
Beck and was it Curtis you brought with you to talk?
Mm-hmm.
And Lem.
And Lem at this point is like, what the hell are we doing around here? Like, what are we gonna go try to figure out what the heck is going on? Because at this point, this shouldn't be any reason why we're staying around here. Let's get going. I don't care about your stupid food truck. I'm tired of hearing about it.
Lem, everybody knows how you feel about the food cart, alright? Listen, there's no trucks in this world.
Because I don't work for you.
There's no trucks. Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about. This is a food cart industry.
Lem goes, I've only heard what you're talking about. I work for Martha. I report to Martha. So whatever about your stupid food cart, I don't care.
I'm
She
just
walks
trying to
over
get
to Martha.
I'm trying to get us out of here. Listen, I just need somebody to not like overthrow the kingdom that we just took over, so we don't have to murder all these people, all these goblins.
I'm just like
Lem rolls
sitting in the
her-
corner.
I thought you would like that.
I'm just sitting in the corner, like playing with fire in my hand.
Martha's just sitting there looking bored and glancing, at York, the bard, not the goblin. And Lem is just like walks over to Martha, like frustrated, just like, can we be done with this idiocracy?
Yeah, I would like to leave at this point. I think we should go grab everybody.
So you're going back to the throne room?
Yeah, I think once
So,
the crowd is riled up, I think we should sneak out quietly now that we've set up a temporary government.
So everyone's got their glow sticks out and raving to York's thing. Umche, 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 umche. York, how do you finish off your performance? You already rolled performance, didn't you?
I did. I rolled a 25.
Yeah, everyone is eating that up. How do you finish off your performance?
I guess the base already dropped a little while ago. I guess I eventually pick it back up again. and there's solos and stuff. Everyone should be crying, ideally.
York, you leave that whole group of goblins and hobgoblins emotionally devastated by your music, and it will take some time for them to recover, but they are distracted enough to carry on with the wishes of King Beck.
Huzzah.
So the rest of you guys make your way back to the throne room. You see Gundren standing closer to the door going, I was wondering when you guys were gonna show up. She came to and shifted back to that, drow form. What are we doing? Because I don't want to be here anymore.
Don't blame you, I say.
You see Vareth in the background there, again, the bleeding has stopped from her foot. She's back to her dark elf form. She goes, I would very much like to be out of here. Whatever you guys are doing. If you're going to kill me, just kill me. If you guys are not going to kill me, that'd be great. It'd be great if you guys can make a decision, please, so I could get on with my life or not life.
Do we have any further use for her?
I guess not, man. She's really frustrating.
Martha speaks up and she goes, well, I much prefer to just kill her, but she was supposed to meet up with someone else who's affiliated with Black Spider nonsense, and it might be good if we have her lead us to it. Now, that doesn't mean she's gonna lead us to it, but we could at least be prepared to meet someone else, and if we can take someone else capture, it's completely up to you.
Do we know that she's not the Black Spider?
Pretty sure a dipshit like her is not the Black Spider.
There be a bounty on this person?
Only a bounty via me, because she used to serve under me. I do not currently have a bounty on her, because I wasn't aware that she was a turncoat. You guys have already made a good amount of money off the Wollington sword. I promise you, if we get through all this crap, I will tell you what's going on. And yeah, sure, whatever. If you want gold, whatever. I'll give you some gold. I just want to find out what the heck is going on. I want to get it solved. I want to find out who has decided to betray the hand and get from there.
Alright, Vareth, it sounds like you're in luck and you're still useful to us.
You hear Gundren go, and I want to know what happened to my brothers.
That sounds like something Vareth might be able to answer right now. I glare at her.
She looks around, she goes, what? So I'm only gonna stay alive if I tell you where the stupid Rockseeker brothers went?
Yeah?
Well, we took them capture at the mine, so, whatever you want to do with that noise.
There you go. They're captured at the mines.
Gundren speaks up and he goes, are they alive or are they dead? And Vareth goes, wouldn't you like to know? Oh, my poor family. Oh, we found this mine. It might bring us money. Oh, And she looks at you, Beck. She goes, go ahead. Cut off another foot. I don't freaking care at this point.
It's gonna knock her out.
Go ahead and roll attack.
This poor girl's gonna have so many concussions and brain damage.
Well, she's already missing like a leg or something at this point.
Yeah, but on top of being maimed, she's just gonna be knocked out so many times. Cognitive impairment.
11?
Yeah, you knock her out.
Alright, I'm tired of her talking. She's the worst. Let's drag her with us, though.
Thank you, Beck. I was going to be a lot less compassionate in how I shut her up.
I agree. I've said it that way, too. I did chop off her foot on accident trying to top off one. So let's just drag her with us to the meeting place.
It is about 10 miles east of Cragmaw Castle. There's a strangely shaped oak tree. She wasn't able to describe it in any degree of detail that I would have liked, though there is a part that's possibly shaped like a heart near a split in the oak tree.
Okay.
Something of that sort.
You hear You hear
You're the best,
Martha
Curtis.
speak up, and she says,
I have a good memory.
"So, do we try to find this tree and we then wake her up and hope for the best, or what do you guys think we should do?"
You're the one who wants to keep her alive. You tell me your plan.
Well, I'm not exactly excited about keeping her alive, but it turns out that apparently some of the people I sent here are either turncoats or they've been captured. So I'm just trying to see how far down the rabbit trail this goes and how many people either need to be killed or dealt with. Sorry that doesn't, speak to whatever code you guys are going with, and I'm sorry that other people have been involved in this. And she looks at Jaw. She goes, "I'm just trying to do the damage control that I can do."
No, I apologize if my tone seemed antagonistic or anything. I'm honestly just deferring to your better knowledge of the situation. I mean, if you want to, yeah, I'm all for going and scouting out the situation at the tree, perhaps devising a plan. In fact, definitely devising a plan as to how we're going to acquire further information about what Vareth has been up to and who she's working for. But that's basically where I'm at.
She nods and she goes, "Fair enough. I apologize if I'm being extremely defensive. I came into this area not expecting to find out people who had, dedicated their life to doing good, to find out that they decided, to the bestseller, I'll do whatever the heck they want to do. So, if you guys are game for it, we should probably find out where this stupid oak tree is at, and we should find out where they're at, and if somehow we can get this doppelganger or whatever to agree to it, let's find out where they're at, and hopefully from there we can, go from there. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do. I know none of you trust me right now, so whatever you want to do."
We trust you enough. Okay, I definitely think we should definitely get moving.
Are you definitely sure about that?
I'm definitely sure.
I'll heft Vareth up over my shoulder.
The only thing that I'm thinking is, why would they be anywhere but the mines?
You hear Gundren go, "Okay, I'm fine if you guys want to check this out. I am not in a condition to trek wherever I need to get to Wellington or somewhere where I can just, relax."
Well, hey, I think we've got our first order of business then. Escort Gundren back to Wellington.
Oh, but we're so close right now to the thing. What if we send Martha and Lem with Gundren back to Wellington?
Says, "Well, we can go back to Wellington. We have the wagon. You guys won't be able to use the wagon on the way back, but you guys might be able to trek farther, as long as you can keep your tabs on Vareth. Now, she might change form. She's not always a dark elf. So as long as you guys are keeping tabs with that, I'm fine with you guys taking her."
If there's a burlap sack in the castle.
York, I'm assuming you're gonna go with them?
With the rest of the party?
Yes, with the rest of the party and not with us.
Yes.
If you need it to be more clear, I would say, please do not go with me. Please go with the rest of the party.
Righto.
So, the rest of you are going to try to find out where this path is that Vareth was going to take, and Lem and myself are going to take Gundren back to Wellington. Does that sound correct?
Yes.
That sounds right.
Sounds great.
What's going on with this castle? You guys gave them orders to clean up. Was that it?
And be really careful about it.
Okay. Well, I think we have a plan here. Myself and Lem are going to take Gundren back to Wellington, and hopefully he can nurse his wounds, and maybe we can find out more about his brothers. And the rest of you are gonna find out where Vareth was supposed to meet some people with this map or whatever. Sound good to you guys?
Yes.
Yep. It's a game plan.
Okay. Well, hopefully when we are done with this, I can explain more. I promise I would like to stay involved with you guys, and that I have only your best interest at heart.
Yeah, you too, Martha. You too.
Martha, we will be back in Wellington in no time. I'm sure.
If you guys aren't back within a couple days, I'm sending people to find you. Or
Well, it
your
took
bodies.
a couple days to get to Wellington, so maybe like a few days, maybe.
Well, if they can't find you, they'll find your bodies. So either way, we'll make this work.
All right, York, you want to go help me find a burlap bag? I think you've got a good idea there.
Absolutely.
So, Martha and Lem help the injured Gundren, and they start making their way out of the castle. The rest of you find your way to restrain Vareth, the doppelganger / drow, and you start heading north towards the misshapen oak tree that Vareth guided you to, and that is where we're going to end for tonight. Thank you for joining us for another episode of Awful Good. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Awful Good Crew, and you can subscribe to our podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or or wherever you get your good podcast. We also have a Discord channel now. You can find that on awfulgoodcrew.com. We also post the show on YouTube. You can find out more information at our website at awfulgoodcrew.com. Thank you so much for joining us. You can find me at 6 Colors Stories on Instagram or Twitter with the numeral 6. Mary, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram at The Mary Russell.
And Brian, where can we find you?
You can find me at The Underfold, pretty much anywhere.
And Dave, where can we find you?
You can find me at Nerds of the Hawk on the things when I do things, which is not often these days, but things may be happening again soon.
And Jackson, where can we find you?
You can find me at chocolatebook.net, where every day of the week I read the Bible, eat some chocolate, and blog about what I've read. Daily Bible studies. Good times.
Woo! And Rob, where can we find you?
All right, we've heard your feedback. You were very clear. Too many W's. There's just W after W after W. So there's absolutely no W's. Don't even think about it. Don't look at the W's. This is dot, not actually a real dot website. Catch you there.
We also, because we love it when you guys leave us
All the
reviews
redirects.
on iTunes or whatever. Brian, take it away for our latest review.
Okay. This latest review is from Canada, from 2D Reviews.
Yes!
They're
Love Canada.
They're great. My favorite D&D podcast. This is a few... Excuse me, I can't read. There's a few in the crew with a burgeoning love for the game, and it shows how fun and fresh their games are. A future favorite for players new and old. Subscribe now. You won't regret it. Agreed.
Aw. Thanks, man.
Woo! Thanks for leaving us that
And he spelled
review.
favorite with that U in there. So funny.
Nice.
So
that
quaint.
makes us so fancy.
I know.
Very fancy.
Right?
We're extra vile fancy.
Feel free to send us an email at awfulgoodcrew@gmail.com.
Yeah, I've got a question for you guys to answer via email.
Oh, Lord.
What is your favorite
boy.
D&D attribute? Strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, or charisma? Let us know.
So thank you so much, guys, and have a great night, and happy gaming.
Somebody in the last, somebody during the last show, I think it was Pedro, was like, you know, it is a particularly white castle.
Oh my god.
That explains why the goblins were making such terrible food.
Oh! You are awesome. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome. It's weird. It's weird to call me babe, but I mean, you know, my wife is here. Awkward, but
love is in the air.